yesterday and did some work on the cameras. I don't think it was any good work. I should have tested them out. Uh, get your mats, get your weights, line up if you're walking wall to wall, the usual, the usual. Yeah, yeah. Sorry about this, y'all. I'm walking, y'all. Okay, that's not you. I'm telling you. Okay, I'ma stay and take care of some things. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, I'm all crooked-fied Katie. Oh, bad camera boy. Bad camera boy. I forgot I did some work. Not all the work, but some work on the cameras after I finished walking yesterday. And if I remember this morning, I came down a little earlier. Excuse Amy. Excuse Amy. That's our French cousins. Excuse me. Yes. Okay, I gotta bring one camera down a little bit. Yeah, put one camera up a little bit. Oh, grits. Fits and grits. Fits and grits. You know, this yellow isn't helping. But y'all go ahead and work out. I took the lights off finally after 3 years because I really don't use them. And apparently, sorry YouTube, you're not lined up, but I'm here. I'm here. I'm turning these lights off because this yellow is not helping these lights at all. Ain't helping the lights. But y'all can see me. Thanks for coming on the walk. Like, comment, share, tell an uncle, tell an auntie, tell a cousin, tell a friend, subscribe. But I gotta tell you, I was vibing with the ancestors. I said, you know, I'm not really too upset. I mean, I would love to have a lot more subscribers, but they don't pay no attention to me. They don't pay no more attention to me. The more attention that other people pay to me on YouTube, the more that YouTube will zone in on me. And listen, even them Arabs is cousins. They don't like to admit it, but they is. And the Arab cousins will come right on after me. So, thank you for subscribing. Just tell your auntie, tell your uncle, tell a cousin, tell a auntie, tell a friend. Just tell them just to exercise in the morning. And you, my subscribers that's already subscribed, you come back. You just encourage other people. And then you tell them to come walk with you, not me. And that way, I can stay under the radar. Whew. Folks is catching it on these YouTube streets. So, no money, no health, no insurance. I forgot my own title. Hooray. I wanted to put hooray. But I put oh my. Because, let me tell you something. The cousins is all up in the healthcare industry. Saving us and healing us is not in their thing. They're trying to forget their whole blood connection to Africa. So they're not. They just can't do it. some can, but it's a needle in a haystack, honey. And y'all know I did medical building. I worked in accounts receivable in one hospital, but for 2 hospitals. And I just, as a child, or even as a young adult, say in my 20s, just kept seeing how the most horriblest cousins in the world, the most horriblest, terriblest cousins in the world, the Hatfields, the McCoys, and the Douglas. They're not only the most terriblest, they're the most dangerous because they refuse to acknowledge the Africanness in their blood, and they smite outside of themselves. As they get rid of it inside, they take care of it outside. They're the most dangerous. So I used to watch them in Congress and stuff like that because my grandmother raised me for at least 5 years, man. There was a lot of shit. She was a cult leader. But I gotta move on. So I was like, they be in the Congress, oh, Medicare, they using this and this. It was those Republicans that went and took, I remembered when they took heroin dealers, it was under Reagan, and put them on Social Security. They said it was a disability. And I remember thinking, well, wait a minute. Why you gotta put them over here on Social Security? Why you ain't throwing back on the states? But, you know, like I told you, them Hatfield McCoys and Duggar cousins, ooh, they're the worstest of the worst, honey. Whew. And that's who did it. Because, and he was old. That's the thing. Do you see what I'm saying? On this penal colony, he was old. And he did that fuck shit. So then everyone started saying, no more money for Social Security. They wouldn't say, well, we basically took all the drug addicts and put them on the Social Security that we was telling people that they was working and paying into. We make up so many shit things. Listen, I remember when they made up Homeland Security. So make up something else, put the drug addicts and shit in that pile, and leave Social Security, all the benefits paid. Y'all supposed to be sending us a food stamp thing every month with food. Anyway. Whew. So the main thing they used to talk about back then, I'm talking about the 80s and stuff, late 70s, 80s, late 80s. They used to talk about, oh, the old people be going to the emergency room, they be going to the doctor, they making these, what? And I said to myself, I think I put it in one of my posters, we're going to talk about it. As the eye dilates. Well, I pulled one story from As the Eye Dilates. There was this old woman that used to come in. She was 92. She would come in because she had eye occlusions. It was just the vein burst. But the European cousins had me thinking it's something terrible. What I did to clear up mine, and it happens again because it happens, I take some Jamaican black castor oil, I close my eye, and I put it on my eyelid. It seeps through. It blocks those veins from opening, but not my eyesight, because it's clear away. It clears right away. But don't listen to me. I ain't no USDA. I ain't none of them European cousins that take the hypocritical. So let me get back. So it was a retina attachment thing. And she said, I just want to see, like I was this 92-year-old woman. She said, I just want to see like I saw when I was young. I said, okay. So they would bring her in there, do a little something, something, put her Medicare card through. And she would come 4 times a year under the promise that she would be able to see like when she was young. Did I tell you hypocrite soul? So I turned to Linda one day. You'll hear more about Linda as the eye dilates the next subject. And I said, Linda, at that time I was in the cult, so they had you giving credit to a receptacle. Now I would say the same thing. I would say, the universe is so kind to her. Why should she see a piece of paper on the ground that she can't bend over and pick up? And Linda laughed. So I don't know. I was like, she can't drive, but somebody's promising her something. They're promising her sight. And she had Social Security. She had, she said she had a husband. She got her and her husband Social Security. She said they got Medicare, and they have, like the commercial insurance that goes on top of that. And them at the office was German Europeans, honey. Sorry, German Africans. And Africans specifically, German Ethiopians. Them German Ethiopians, honey, had her coming through there. And I thought, it would run through my mind. I was like, why are they really blaming the old lady for running back and forth? Shouldn't they be blaming the people that is promising her better eyesight? For sure, as she ages, it deteriorates and dries. That's why I feel the Jamaican black castor oil is better. But don't go by me. Don't follow me. Don't sue me. So, that's how they do. The elderly. The promise of, but see, I can understand because I had an eye occlusion too. And when I went in there and they said laser, in my head, my body was saying, how can you fix something by breaking it? How can you fix, this is not like a soldering thing where you work in a building and you melt. That's not that. To seal it. That's not, you're damaging the eye. And I wish, because we have been using Jamaican black castor oil for a lot of things, but and the ancestors kept vibing to me. You could just take that black Jamaican castor oil and put it on your eye. I was like, no. They want to give me this medicine to make my thyroid bigger. So now they're going to fuck up my eye and my thyroid. And the ancestors kept saying, and my daughter kept saying, Mommy, get you some marijuana butter, get you some marijuana this, get you some marijuana that. You see Snoop say it's good for cataracts. I was like, I ain't got no cataracts. So, I seen them setting up old people. And I said, just like when I was 35, and I was driving, I said, what if I make it to be 65? What I'm going to do, I'm going to get there. And the vibe came back to me. Vitamin C, cholesterol, and B12. I took the cholesterol out because I used more Jamaican black castor oil. So I dropped that all for this. I mean, you put the Jamaican black castor oil on your skin and your face, stuff like that. Anyway, that's what healed me. And that's what's keeping me going. And that's what keeps my eye moisture. When my eyes dry, I just take it, close my eyelid, put the Jamaican black castor oil, like eye makeup, like purple. I used to love purple. Eye makeup on my eyelids. And go from there. So I knew it wasn't the old people's fault. I knew it was the hustlers. I knew it was the hustlers. I knew it was the hustlers because they hustled the same way with Medicaid. I'll tell you about that when I get back. Cause if I stop walking now, they'll cut me up until I'm just a no. No money, no insurance, no health care. I don't want to put you get no health care. But basically that's it. Yeah. Whew. See, I keep forgetting to take the weight down. If I stop walking, y'all, the game's gonna trip me up. Come on with me and save your feet and toes. Yeah, I said come on with me. Save your feet and toes. Cause if I stop walking now, you cut me up until I'm just a nose. Yeah. Come on. Oh yeah. So I knew it was the hustlers and the scam artists. But when you got to Congress and stuff like that, besides them putting... Now, I know old people and they say, oh, what are you complaining about? That's why I'm still working at 65, wearing diapers, taking all kind of medications to stay going, working for a bunch of people that don't give a shit about you. Anyway, that's just my opinion. So, I watched them. And like I said, I don't understand how you can break something to fix it. They say you do. Break this and then fix it back. But them European cousins, especially those German, Ethiopian cousins of ours, honey, ain't no telling. Ain't no telling. Ain't no telling. So, I said, now I'm in my 40s. I done seen enough. Worked enough doctor's offices, different things like that. I said, oh man, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And I'm seeing these old people rolling all over the bed or just laying there like that. And they're just so happy because as long as they building and getting some money. Okay, oh man. Ooh, I can't let them European cousins catch me up like that. Oh, Oh, looking in their vile faces before I take my breath, knowing the whole time I'm saying, ancestors, please take care of these cousins, because they way off the hook. Anyway, I said, well, I know from when I was, what, 40 something, maybe close to my 50s, when I became a medical billing in Coda. Blew my mind. Blew my mind. And had I not done that, then maybe I'd be sitting right next to y'all in the doctor's office, believing what our European cousins are telling us is true. Not believing they don't give a damn about us and it's all about the money. And the good insurance. You see, I have to pay because I don't want state. This is secondary insurance to Medicare. No. No. Fraud and state is off the hook. State will pay for 3 days in the hospital. And those that take that hypocrite's oath know how to use it. They know how to use it. I was on Medicaid. I was scared as hell. I was scared what kind of fraudulent claim they put in, what kind of diagnosis they would put on me. And you know, pre-existing. And even co-workers I was working with, I was like, y'all be careful, don't get caught up. And then they quick you put on the pre-existing, and then they don't cover none of the stuff they just fucked you up doing. No. Don't do that. But they did it anyway. So now, the insurance and stuff they have, pre-existing, don't cover. So, I didn't want to be used like that. And I didn't. So then I find myself 65, and I said to myself, oh my goodness, I have the 2 most scammed insurance policies in the world. And let me tell you about the insurance company, because they're saying, no, go with us. Take your Medicare and put it with us. And I always remember that commercial, that commercial cartoon from back in the day. The truth about the insurance companies. The man is standing in the emergency room at the triage desk, and he has his head tucked under his arm, and the head is saying underneath, what do you mean I'm out of network? Or some such shit. Another thing, they don't cover it. So, and you don't find out they don't cover it until you get the bill in the mail. That's another scam of these insurance policies and these folks, these European cousins of us that take the hypocrite's oath. So here I am, 65, with the 2 most scammed insurances on this penal colony. And my damn knees is shaking, y'all. I'm like, oh Lord, they gonna say I done come down with the purple people eater disease. And take all the money from the state, send me through a tailspin, label me something on those medical charts that I ain't got. But maybe their daughter getting married. Maybe they got to get on a yacht. Maybe the patients fell off because they all died from COVID. But I was like, no. So, no, I don't want no sting. And they're like, and Medicare is like, you don't have that. You don't have that. Well, you got to pay this. And you got to pay this. And you know you're going to be penalized. I said, I'll take all that. Don't touch me. Don't just diagnose me. Don't do none of that shit because you don't give a damn about me. You're the most vile of the vilest of the European cousins is on this penal colony. But if you went back and look at the history, you'll see why. Vile and despicable, honey. So now, I'm being punished because I won't let the doctors use me to get money from Medicare and Medicaid. It's my fault. It's my fault that I am trying to get off this high blood pressure medication with all my might. And it's my fault that I only go to the doctor once a year, sometime once every 3 to 4 years back in the day. 10. And, but now it's my fault. What do you mean you're not going to listen to us tell you what to do about you? Penalize. Penalize. So I called y'all know I'm trying to get off. That's why I'm jumping. I'm doing all that stuff. Yes, I've changed my diet, eating habit. Can't y'all see how this slim down? Sister girl is working. Anywho, I want to get off these high blood pressure medications. That's the only chain I have to these dastardly, villain European cousins is in the medical field. And as I often said, how can you hate me and then say you're going to heal me? You can't. If you hate me, the last thing you're going to do is heal me. Cousins. Yeah, y'all. So, no, I don't have state anymore. So you can't use me to scam them. They know there's scammers out there, and they want to dangle me as bait. But I'm taking myself out the bait trap. And if that means I don't get no coverage for you, I'm fine. I'm fine. I don't want no scammer to get hold of me. And the next thing I know, I got molly mocks. The molly mocks is the kind of mocks that only black people get when they want. The doctor said black people get when they want to scam the insurance company. So finally, I started feeling safe. I just got to get rid of the Part B. That's the physician's part. Because I know if they ain't getting paid, they ain't touching me. If they ain't getting their money, they ain't touching me. They don't care. They'll let me die. Thank you. Thank you. And that means I'll just have Part A. Now here's the thing. Part A is for hospital, but you can't get into a hospital unless you have a physician, and you don't have a physician because you don't have when I get rid of Part B. So guess what? They're going to let me die. Thank you. Thank you. I call it separation matter energy, and then we going to Ghana. We on a plane to Ghana. Accra, 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 Ghana. That's where we going, honey. Whoo! Yes, yes. Just leave me alone and let me prepare for my trip to Accra, Ghana. Lester Gee, his name is, the funeral director's name is Chris. Great guy. He felt a little uncomfortable because I was telling a lot of jokes when I was there with him. Because, see, to me, I was so happy. I was like, oh, I'm getting off this rock. So, he was trying, of course, I was telling jokes and shit. But funeral parlors tend to do this to me. The more morbid the place, the more humorous I become. And anyway, his name is Chris. He was great. So, no money, no insurance, no health care. I put oh my, but I wanted to put hooray. I wanted to put yay. I have a greater chance now of dining with some dignity. Some dignity. Our European cousins, they like to drag the dignity out of us because they think the African in them is undignified. They don't know the African in them is so powerful. Duh, anyway. Let me move on. And the African in us, very, very, very powerful. But we're giving it all to the coats. I'm keeping mine. I'm keeping mine. I got mine. You got yours? Yes. Yes. So that's what that means. I wanted to put no money, no insurance, equals no health care, equals hooray, equals compassion in dying. If you don't have no money, they don't want to touch you. So I've been happy. Y'all saw me jumping yesterday. Even now when I'm telling y'all, I can jump. And then when I put my do not resuscitate, hands off. Don't even cut nothing out of me to give to nobody. And I have to remember to put instructions for that for my director in Accra. If you see a slice on me, I give you permission to sue those fucking doctors in New York because clearly you'll be able to see. I'll split up between Lester McGee Funeral Parlor here and the Accra Funeral home there. If you see area slicing me where any organ should be. Do not resuscitate. I may have to go back and say, do not touch, do not cut, do not breathe over. Leave me my dignity, because that's the last thing I have, and that's the things that the cousin wants. They love seeing you roll around in suffering. They just love it. It's a part of them, you know, that they think makes their suffering. Girl, it's mixed race stuff. Now I totally understand it. Ugh. Squeeze your gut. Tuck in your elbow. Let me see. Tuck in your elbow. Neither up nor down. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1 for good luck. Yes. Yes. So, ain't got no money out of me. Don't look at me. I ain't got nothing for you. I always felt that people who got sick were rich. When I used to see, even, you know, I'm not around now, when I used to see the old people pull out all that medication to me, I was like, these freaking people got money. This health thing, that's a lot of money. So I used to say, I can't afford to be sick. Squeeze your gut, tuck in your elbow, not up nor down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1. Good luck. Now, gyms and stuff is cheap. But even back then, I had memberships because guess what? It was still cheaper than this healthcare thing. So for me, healthy is always inexpensive. Sick, that costs money. So I have, like I said, don't touch on me. You ain't gonna make no more money off me. I done worked. I gave you my vote. You done used it against me time and time again. I done trust my health with you. You had me taking antibiotics to go to the dentist that totally killed my whole immune system, my soldiers in the body, and I fell for that. So I can't give you no more. European cousins, German, Ethiopian cousins, I can't give you no more. You done took it all. The rest is for me and Ghana. And all the ancestors that I'm going to bring with me. I'm going to say, we get off this rock. We get off this rock, y'all. Hurry up before they find out that my ashes can make them $1. Like, comment, share, tell uncle, tell auntie, tell a cousin, tell a friend, subscribe. Thanks for coming on the walk. See you tomorrow and have a great day.